It's finally here, our 9th grade homeschool picks for 2025-2026 school year. Hey guys, it's Vani from Mrs. Mom's Homeschool and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, I make videos to help you in your homeschooling journey. Today I'm so excited because it's a long waited for video. You guys have been so patient, but today I'm going to share with you my son's 9th grade curriculum choices. The reason why this is exciting for me is because I have 3 children. My oldest one graduated high school, but I hadn't homeschooled her since 7th grade. And so this is going to be my first year homeschooling high school. And so we're going to be kind of learning together, and everything that I learn, I'm going to be sharing with you guys. My son's friends are all a year ahead or more of him, so it's perfect because I have lots of resources and their parents who are my friends that are going to help me through this process. So what I want to do today is show you our intentional plan, getting Aaron through his high school years, starting at grade 9. The purpose of the intentional homeschooling is to make sure that when he graduates, he is able to pursue any path that he wants to. If he wants to go to college, he'll have the credits for it. If he wants to go to a trade school, he can do that. If he wants to create a business, he'll have some experience and things like that. So I want to give him a well-rounded education, but we do need to check off those boxes in case he does decide to go to college. So we're going to give you there's no one else here. I'm going to give you my curriculum choices for 9th grade. We're going to start with Bible. This to me is the most important part because his soul is forever, this life is temporary. So I need to make sure that my son's faith is rooted in God, especially if he chooses to go to university afterwards so that he doesn't get brainwashed. So when I went to the convention, I found this high school curriculum from Positive Action Curriculum, and I'm gonna link their website in the description below. But this is the course of Behold Your God. And I chose this one because, like the back of the book says, how we view God determines our outlook on everything else. He is our highest possible focus, and His majesty is the greatest we can know. Although God lies above and beyond our understanding, He has chosen to know us, and He asks us to know Him. We can hardly begin to describe Him, but like a little child walking alongside their father, we can feel the strength of His hand and trust that He cares for us. Only He can give us the grace to walk this path. Before I go any further, this is going to be the first year that I'm gonna not hand my son a planner, but make sure that he uses it. This is the non-consumed planner for high school. And so this is going to help him to track his weekly responsibilities on here. Let's look inside real quick. When I went to the convention, I actually won the parents planner, which was awesome. So I'll let you guys look at that another day. But this planner is, the first section is planning, and it has an about me section. And it really just gets into goals and habits. It's probably something I'm gonna work with him as a teenage boy. He could probably care less, but we are going to work through it anyway. This is first semester, second semester, and then these are high school course ideas. Here's his educational snapshot. This is gonna be perfect for the portfolio at the end of the year. And these QR codes are information on how to fill out all the pages. I struggled to find a history that would fit my son's unique personality and unique needs, because all of our kids have unique personalities and needs. Let's take these AirPods off. I keep forgetting I have them. And my first thought was maybe Knotgrass history, which his homeschool co-op is teaching, and he could go into class, but that's heavy on literature, so it's not more his thing. Then I saw something I eventually want to get him into, Dave Raymond history. But going from not doing any history to that history, he's just not ready for it yet. So we're going to be jumping into The Mystery of History, Volume 3. So I have the living book here. They don't like for you to call it a textbook because it's not a textbook. It's just shaped like one, but it's actually a living book with real stories of people. Then I'm gonna actually just pull the camera over and show you what I have that goes with that. before I do, I'm hoping to collaborate with Mystery of History because I just found out they have an online program where I don't have to teach it, but he can have a self-paced course online that will teach it. And the reason why I chose Mystery of History is because they have a lot of projects, and it's also a biblical, Christian-based history, and it's something I wanted to try since I started homeschooling, but I just never stuck with history, period. So, and this is going to be the Renaissance, Reformation, and Growth of Nations. So these are just all the different chapters of the things he's going to be studying, broken up into semesters and quarters. And he will be getting high school credit for all of the subjects that I've chosen for him. So with that, I have the teacher's guide. I think this is the teacher's guide. It's not. It's the companion guide. And then here it has a Wall of Fame timeline suggestion. So remember that because I bought something that's gonna go with that. Here's the progress report. We have weekly assignment reports. There's reading 3 lessons a week, completing 1 activity per week, making 3 memory cards or 3 timeline figures per week, 1 mapping exercise per week. This, where they have a timeline, the Book of Centuries. So I bought a Book of Centuries, and I'm gonna use this for the timeline that he has to use for Mystery of History. And it just opens all the way up, and it has all the different, let me see if I can zoom the camera back so you can see. Okay, so see, it opens like this, and it just keeps going. And with it comes a historical atlas of the world. So we have all the different maps here. I also have tracing paper in case he has to do some mapping. And this is an atlas of world geography. Logic. We are going to be introducing logic to Aaron. We have a teacher's guide. This is for 8th through 10th grade. And it's going to teach him how to argue, like he needs any help. This is going to teach him how to win his arguments though. I think he's really going to like it. He had a book like this last year, similar, but like for younger kids, and he really enjoyed it. Excuse my dogs, it's raining and they're kind of scared of the thunder. So we're going to be studying this probably together. And we have the teacher's guide here. That gives, there's questions and things he has to answer. I believe for math, we are going to stick with Nicole the Math Lady. This will be our 2nd year using Nicole the Math Lady. It's an online video course.
Nicole the Math Lady. Here we're working on the distributive property of rational expressions.
Now for language arts, we have done the good and the beautiful with my son from the very beginning. Since he was a little munchkin, he has learned through the good and the beautiful, and I absolutely loved and still do love because I still do use their things. However, and he's got his spelling is fantastic, his reading is off the charts, and his grammar usage, well, he has to put it, when he does the assignments, it's fantastic. But now he has to learn to put it into his writing and the writing portion of it. So this year I thought for 9th grade, we were instead going to focus on writing using IEW structure and style for high school, and then fix-it grammar just so that he retains that information. I want to move it from the good and the beautiful style of learning and into having him with the structured writing, because if you saw some of my previous videos, he didn't care for the writing and the good and the beautiful. But when we tried IEW in the past, he liked that it just basically told him what to do. My son has that mind. It's just like, just tell me what to write, tell me what to do. And so science is another one of those things that I struggle with. See, when you use one curriculum all the way through and then they don't have out yet the science curriculum for the high school years, you have to start looking elsewhere for things you've never used before. The Good and the Beautiful did come out with the 9th grade biology, but in comparison, I found that Apologia was a stronger science. And if he does go to college, it's gonna look better on those transcripts because it's a well-known, in-depth look. And so we're gonna be doing biology, and we're doing the 3rd edition because, well, somebody at the convention said people like the 3rd edition better, which made me feel good, but that's not why we're doing it. We're doing it so that the parents at the co-op don't have to buy new books who have been using this book. So at our homeschool co-op, he is going to be able to do all of his labs at the co-op. So he'll get that lab credit, hands-on. He'll be doing the reading with me and the studying, and he'll be doing the labs and I guess the test taking at the homeschool co-op with some of his friends. So I'm excited. I'm really excited about that, and I really hope, you know how it is, the kids, they're like never excited about anything that you are, but I really hope that he just finds a love for all this stuff. I even went out and bought him a microscope on Amazon. I'm not gonna take the whole thing out, but I did get a good price for it. And it's a legit microscope. It looks like that. And it comes in this case, but I'm gonna let him put it together as part of excitement, because when he was doing Apologia General Science in the beginning of last year, we never finished it, there was like an online microscope and he was looking at germs on through it and he was like really into it. So that was pretty cool. So I figured I'd just get him a real one. We are going to continue doing typing in cursive through the good and the beautiful, along with their grammar cards. I'm gonna have him continue to do that. And dictation, unless we get it done this summer. So we're using TalkBox Mom. I'm gonna look through the first box that I have and decide, but what I'm leaning towards is just taking phrases that we use and teaching the kids Spanish that way through the TalkBox Mom method. If you're not familiar with that, go ahead and check them out. Basically, you learn to speak by speaking. And so she has you learn a couple of phrases a week and before you move on to others. Now the thing is that with a Puerto Rican dialect, we don't speak as proper as the Spanish speaking curriculum that's out there, but I do want them to feel comfortable in their native tongue, speaking Spanish amongst the family, and if we went to Puerto Rico and things like that, because it doesn't have to be super professional. They can still get by. It's just more culturally important for me, for them to learn to speak Spanish with our own dialect. Therefore, I'm not going to be using all the phrases from here. I will be translating them, if they're a little bit different, into our Spanish. Now, I have this fantastic resource. Where is it? Anyway, I know I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna find it because I know I put it somewhere safe. I'm sure I did. I'm gonna start preparing him for his SATs. And there's this fold out paper that I have that tells you what to do each year to prepare your child for college. And that's like critical thinking, taking the SATs and like different grades and stuff like that. So I've had this for like decades for my daughter who's going to college. And this is vocabulary cartoons, and it uses mnemonics to teach the kids the vocabulary words using pictures. And then I bought for my teenager, my college girl who's going to college this upcoming, going to Penn State, my alma mater, this upcoming fall. I bought her a $500 course, SAT course, and the kid didn't do it. I do have the digital SAT study guide that I'll be looking through to use with my son. I think that's all the books stuff that I have to show you. Along with that, there are a lot of life skills that we are going to be diving into. My kids are kind of spoiled. They are independent though, especially my girls. My girls are super independent. Like, they can take care of themselves. My 17-year-old and my 9-year-old are completely independent. So I'm going to be teaching my son some more skills, life skills. So cooking is going to be a main thing. I want him to be able to cook all the meals that he eats. And he's going to be cooking once a week on his own eventually for the family. I wish I did this with we were trying to do this with my oldest daughter, and a burden on her, like for us to try to get the kid to cook. So my son's going to be cooking a meal a week. I'm going to teach him how to clean and the bathrooms, the mopping, the sweeping. Every week I want them to do one job, do it well, and then rotate. It's because our family dynamic is going to be different now. I'm going from a family of 5 down to 4, in the sense that my daughter's going to Pennsylvania and moving out. So it's going to be 4 of us, and they're going to be rotating the chores and have those life skills. And he's also going to be taking some co-op classes, like I told you, that hands-on biology lab. I think I'm going to put him in a finance class, which does like the game of life. I think that's really cool. I'm definitely going to put him in that. And there's like an escape games class, which is great for critical thinking. And my son is a fantastic critical thinker. He is genius when it comes to escape rooms. So I think he's really going to enjoy that as well. I want to thank you guys for watching. And I'm going to go ahead and get my content calendar ready to give you guys a fantastic year of content. We're going to work through high school together. And I also have my 5th grader. We're going to continue that late elementary fun, show you guys how we're going to make it fun, all the projects and things that we're going to be doing. And this year I learned we need to level up life and enjoy it better. And that, oh my God.
She's gonna take this thing off her.
Okay. Your dad called me. I'm recording a video. Let's get the heck out of me. Okay, I'm sorry. I was ending the video and then I got bombarded by a phone call that made me jump. My daughter bringing the dog to me. So I want to thank you guys for watching. I have to go. I'll see you in the next video.